is way deep in the park, and no one ever gets down this far. So every time I come down here, I have good privacy, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. I really, really like it. So what am I doing here? Well, I came for the doctor, and they found nothing, squat. Which, sort of good news, I guess. That's sort of bad news, too, because we know something's wrong, don't know what it is. So, we're going to keep digging, which is always fun. This is near it, being one of my favorite places. I thought I would drop by. Also, the cycling I've been going through has been getting more and more frequent, more and more intense, and I thought maybe a walk would burn off some of those chemicals. Because what causes any bipolar swing is you'll have one cell throw chemicals out, another cell picks them up. That's how they communicate with each other. Well, in a person with bipolar disorder, what ends up happening is if they're depressed, the cell isn't throwing enough chemicals out. So the second cell is starving for stimulation, and the body interprets this as depression. On the other hand, if that person is manic, then the cell is throwing out too much chemical, and it gets saturated, and the second cell is firing all over the place because it's oversaturated with information. And that's what happens. People like me in their brains. Now, I'm having a particularly bad one this time because my brain has the unique talent of being able to do back and forth with this real quickly. Earlier today it was doing every 2 minutes, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, depression to mania, and back again. And then, about the time I got to the doctor's office, instead of doing mania, it began doing what's called a mixed mood. You know, with a mixed mood, you get both at the same time. So it's like you're depressed and manic simultaneously. Some of your cells are firing like crazy. Some of them can't get enough. And so there you have frustration, irritability. So I'm going back and forth between that and depression. Boom, boom. And it gets faster and 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 faster until it's like the thing is spinning every second. Finally, slowed down enough so I could get my breath. I figured, coming out here, maybe you can burn some of them off. What a good time. Might as well take you for a ride on this and see what it's like. I'll keep you posted. I'm taking a walk. While I'm out here, I'll show you some of the neat stuff about Maymont. It used to be a big, horses, a big estate, right? Almost downtown Richmond. This is the house that they lived in. One thing about the house is pretty neat. There's a house within a house there, because the maid staff was not allowed to go into the regular areas of the house unless they're actually doing the duty. So their living quarters and even the areas where they went from room to room in the house, completely separate from everything else in the house. Here's a lot better view of the house. Now, if you notice how winded it is, because there's not a flat piece of ground out here. It's on the bluffs of the James River. We used to come out here and walk to get ready to go hiking. And it's not any flatter than I remembered it. But that's what I wanted today. I wanted to get myself winded, so that's good. Of course, your body's not the only thing that takes a beating when you go through a problem with a mood disorder. The spirit does too. That's why a place like this is so good, because it comes with beautiful gardens as well. The landscaping out here is just awesome. They've got Italian gardens, they've got Japanese gardens, they've got all sorts of... This right here, this portico, and and this wonderful planting, the plants aren't pushed out yet, is the Italian garden. And as the summer progresses, this will just turn into something wonderful out here. Lots of weddings happen here. My personal favorite, though, is the waterfall. And they've got two. They've got this one, which is a natural waterfall. And then over here, they have a very formal waterfall. So I hope it's going. Looks like it is. This is just one of my absolute favorites in the world. There we go. So hold on, let this work. I hope so. I do feel a little better. Okay, I'll keep you posted. Here's a quick update. Apparently a 1 hour walk works for 17 blocks. Okay, it's been about 30 minutes and still cycling. And now I'm in the dangerous line. Because now I'm starting to get the why questions. Why fight? What's on the other side of the fight that I even want to take part in? And that sometimes gets dangerous. That's when you have to pull out some logic from some hat somewhere and convince yourself that's really what you want to do. Okay, I'm just down the street and I had no business driving this car. One would think that getting home would be a good thing, but it's just a building full of triggers right now. So maybe one of the neighbors will be outside. Who knows? Anyway.